Hey, this your boy KingDiggaveli. Welcome back to the channel, and we got another interesting video. Gay man begs school board to please leave the kids alone. So you mean to tell me that this shit has gotten so bad that LGBT people are begging the schools to leave the kids alone? So if you're doing this stuff to satisfy the LGBT community, but the LGBT community is telling you to stop, you're going too far and you refuse to, who are you doing it for at that point? But I ain't gonna say much. Let's get into it, guys.
Next up, I have Heath Barnes.
Thank you. I've stayed out of the school board situation. I do not have children in the school board. As a gay man who came out in 2005 and fought for LGBT rights, we are being set back by 30 years because we have started messing with our children. Leave our children alone. There's a time and a place to be taught, but elementary children do not need to be taught the sexualization of things. Do I say that there's not? I will never say that transgender is not real. I have some great friends that are transgender. But for a 5-year-old to be reading some of these books and to be told that they don't have to tell their parents if somebody comes to them is a problem. I have a
Hold up, what, man? That is crazy. But first off, let me say, there's no such thing as trans kids. There's a such thing as kids who they feed on this, oh, but they need to be their authentic self, genuine selves. Who is more authentic and genuine than a kid? An innocent kid born to be themselves until affected and corrupted by the outside world or whoever they're around in their environment. That's why they say you're a product of your environment. And these kids are told that they don't have to tell their parents. Like, literally, they have to come home and tell you their homework and what pages they got to read from what book. And you have to sign off on this stuff. So now, when it comes to, oh, the teacher saying, oh, Cindy, you can be a boy. Just don't go home and tell your mom or your dad, and we can call you this and that. And we can call you a boy here. And I'm like, come on, man. What is this shit? Seriously. Like, what is it, man?
a very close friend who I consider a cousin,
Lunacy,
or even
perversion.
my sister, whose 9-year-old child, this was not in the state of Maryland, came home a few weeks ago and was told by her teacher that she could be a boy if she wanted to, simply because she has short hair and she plays softball. The little girl was in
Nasty
tears.
work.
She said, "Mommy, I don't want to be a boy. I just like to play ball." Why are our children being taught this? Our reading scores, our math scores are failing in the state of Maryland. Coming from a
everywhere
grandchild
else.
of a U.S. Army veteran who also taught special education for 20 years after he retired from the Army, he would turn over in his grave if he's seen what our schools have come to. Teach our kids the basics, reading, writing, arithmetic. We are failing our country. Our children are growing up and they're passing and they're failing the grades. Other countries are outpassing us in our schools because we're focused on a social ideology versus what we need to be teaching them.
Facts,
I'm not
man.
gonna-
Like facts. It's like these kids that can't read at grade level. They can't write at grade level. They can't count correct change. Even the ones that's teenagers, early 20s now, can't even count correct change. It's a real problem, man. Do you think all them people that was fighting in World War II for America, what do you think they would feel about this shit? Honestly, how the country is just like plummeting so fast. Like, it's disgusting, man. And it's disturbing. And they're really letting people down, man. People didn't die for this country to just turn around and just do this to itself, man. It doesn't make any sense, man. It's disgusting.
To come out, like I said, and say that transgender is not real. I know there's a percentage of people that are transgender. I'm not saying they're not, but it does not need to be taught at this level. The books that are in our school, I would never allow my nephews and nieces to read some of these books. We've got to do better. What have we come to? I mean, we have literally set our LGBT movement back 40 years. I mean, I don't want to bring politics into it. I'm a gay Republican, and I have fought on that side under the president of the Maryland Log Cabin Republicans.
Gay Republican, aka gay man with common sense. Because, you know, the old establishment party, like Mitch McConnell and all that, they're almost on their way out, man. Those are the ones people should dislike. But the new Republican Party is pretty much just everybody with traditional common sense.
For this, and we are being set back because we've started messing with our kids. No one cared about our movement. No one cared about our drag shows. No one cared about any of this stuff until the last 3 or 4 years when we've started pushing it in front of our children. Please leave our children alone. And I do
Facts.
find it ironic of all the Bible scriptures that's been quoted tonight, how we are pushed that you leave church out of religion and state out. Ironically, some scriptures have been quoted tonight to push their agenda. So I leave that with you all. Thank you for all that you do, and have a good night. And by the way, I'm not representing the town that I am elected official at. I'm speaking on my own. So
Thank you.
And that is crazy, man. That they done went so far with it that they're actually pissing off the LGBT community, who they're so-called doing this for, you know? But we all know who they're doing it for. They're doing it for themselves. Because they're sick. But y'all seen it like I seen it, man. I'm out.